Hello there. Let's go through histology MCQs on the topic epithelium tissue. So MCQs simply means multiple choice questions. So these questions are very important as you can find them in your exams and even in your tests. So let's go through these questions. So question 1 reads, what type of tissue lines the bladder? What type of tissue lines the bladder? A. Simple squamous epithelium. B. Simple cuboidal epithelium. C. Simple columnar epithelium. D. Stratified squamous epithelium. E. Transitional epithelium. So for you to get this question correct, you need to know the type, each and every type of epithelium, where it lies. So we have two types of epithelium: undercovering epithelium, which are simple, and stratified. So simple means it can only have one layer of epithelial cells, and stratified means it has two or more layers of epithelial cells. So for simple squamous epithelium, these ones, they underlie it underlies the endothelium, which is the blood vessels, and it also underlies the inner body cavities such as the pericardium, the peritoneum, and the pleural cavities. Okay, and then from there we have B, which is simple cuboidal. These ones, they underlie the renal cavity, the renal tract, and they also underlie the thyroid gland and the ovary. So for C, simple columnar, these ones, what they underlie the intestines, they also underlie the stomach and the brain cells. So for stratified squamous epithelium, they underlie the epidermis, the anal cavity, and even in the vagina you'll find stratified squamous epithelium. Then E, these ones now, they underlie what we call the bladder. So the correct answer for this question is E. Move on to question 2. What type of tissue lies most ducts? So most ducts are underlined by a simple cuboidal epithelium. Take note of that. Simple cuboidal epithelium underlies most ducts. Question 3. What type of epithelium is associated with goblet cells? What type of epithelium is associated with goblet cells? So A, simple squamous epithelium. 2, simple cuboidal epithelium. C, simple columnar epithelium. D, stratified squamous epithelium. And then E, pseudo stratified epithelium. So the goblet cells are found in the alimentary canal, mostly in the intestines. So the one which underlies the intestines here, where goblet cells are found, is simple columnar epithelium. Simple columnar epithelium, that's where you can find goblet cells. Question 4. What type of epithelial cells are as tall as they are wide? What type of epithelial cells are as tall as they are wide, meaning the tallness and the width is equal? That is, they form a square, which forms something like a cube. Okay, in 3 dimensions it forms a cube. So which one among these? A, simple. B, stratified. C, squamous. D, cuboidal, and E, columnar. So the correct answer is cuboidal, because they are tall as they are wide, meaning all the sides are equal. That is cuboidal. Simple and stratified, these are types of covering epithelium. Okay, so we move on to question 5. What do you call the simple squamous epithelium that lies the blood vessel? So for the blood vessel, I mentioned it in question 2, where I said we have mesothelium and endothelium. So one of them underlies blood vessels. So A, epithelioid tissue, B, mesothelium, and then C, endothelium, D, transitional, and pseudotransfied E. So the answer here is endothelium. Endothelium is the correct answer. The epithelium that lies the blood vessels is called endothelium. I mentioned it in question 2. So let's move on to question 6. Question 6. So the answer for question 5 is C. Question 6 reads, what cell type makes up the mucosa of the gallbladder? Mucosa of the gallbladder. So here you must know what underlines the gallbladder. So A, simple squamous epithelium, B, simple cuboidal epithelium, C, simple columnar epithelium, D, stratified squamous epithelium, E, transitional epithelium. So which one underlies the mucosa of the gallbladder? So the gallbladder, it is underlined by the columnar, simple columnar epithelium. Simple columnar epithelium underlines the mucosa of the gallbladder. We move on to question 7. Which of the following is lined by the serosa? So we have mucosa and the serosa. So mucosa, these are tracts, or the tracts which secretes mucus. So when you look at the alimentary canal, it secretes mucus, and in the other tracts. So here they are asking us about the serosa. So the serosa, it doesn't secrete mucus. What it does, it secretes is only serum. So serum is simply a fluid like water. Okay, so which one now of the following is lined by a serosa which secretes serum? So among all these, there are those which secretes mucosa, and one of them is the serosa, which is lined by the serosa. So A, the genitourinary tract, B, the peritoneal tract cavity, C, respiratory cavity, D, alimentary canal, E, of all of the above are lined by a mucosa. So A, this is the genitourinary tract, which is the genitals, the tract of the genitals. So when you look at the genitals of the tract, especially the vagina, produces mucosa, which is mucus. They are lined by the mucosa. Peritoneal, this is the abdomen. So this one, it secretes peritoneum. This one, it underlines the abdomen. It secretes serosa, not mucosa. It's a layer that underlines the abdomen. It's found mostly in the abdomen. Respiratory tract, this one secretes mucus, and then the alimentary canal also, it is mucosa. So the correct answer for question 7 is B, which is peritoneal cavity. The cavities are serosa, and most tracts are mucosa. Question 8. What type of gland secretes its product through a duct or tube? A, endocrine gland, B, multicellular gland, C, exocrine gland, D, all of the above, and E, none of the above. So the endocrine gland is ductless. It doesn't secrete its products using a duct or through a duct, but the products are secreted in the bloodstream. Multicellular gland is simply one type. How you can classify the glands: you have the unicellular and the multicellular glands. So these are simply types of secretory glands. Then C, exocrine. These are the glands now which secrete their product using a duct. So endocrine are ductless, exocrine are secrete using a duct. So the correct answer for question 8 is C. Question 9. What is a gland called if the secretory portion is flask shaped? A. Simple gland. B. Compound gland. C. Tubular. D. Alveolar. E. Tubular alveolar. So simple and compound, these are types of glands. We have simple, which have a tube which is not branched, and compound are branched. Then tubular, this is a type of simple gland, and alveolar, it's also a simple gland. Tubular alveolar is a compound gland. So the one which has a flask, a flask shaped is the one which is branched. It is the answer. The one which has a flask shaped is the alveolar, not the tubular alveolar, because this one is flask shaped. It is like this. So when you look at the flask in the laboratory, it is simply like this. Okay, so that's how the alveolar is. So flask shaped is D. So the correct answer for question 9 is D. Question 10. What forms the brush border? So what forms the brush border? A. Microvilli. B. Stereoseria. C. Cilia. D. Keratinization. E. Both A and B. So the one which forms brush borders is the microvilli. That is question 10. The answer is A. So thank you very much for watching. If at all you like the video, please place that like icon down there, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my MCQs questions, and leave your comment concerning this video in the comment section.